the strongest man. Brought down by love. In a land of red earth and golden sunsets, where drums echoed through the villages and elders told stories under the moonlight, there lived a man unlike any other. His name was Samson. From the day he was born, people whispered that he was chosen. His mother told him often, "You are set apart. Your strength is not ordinary, it is a gift. Never forget where it comes from." And truly, Samson's strength was beyond imagination. One day, a lion attacked him on a lonely path between villages. No weapon. No warning. Just heat and fury. But Samson, he tore the lion apart with his bare hands. Word spread like wildfire. He is unstoppable. No man can defeat him. He carries the power of heaven itself. Villages celebrated him. Enemies feared him. Samson became a legend, but strength is not always enough, because even the strongest man has a heart, and Samson's heart would become his greatest weakness. In a nearby town lived a woman named Delilah. She was beautiful, graceful like the river at dawn, her voice soft like evening wine through palm trees. Men admired her. Leaders trusted her. She knew how to make people feel seen and safe. When Samson saw her, something shifted inside him. This wasn't like the battles he fought, this was different. He fell in love, deeply, completely. He began visiting her often, sitting beside her, laughing with her, sharing stories no one else had ever heard. For the first time, Samson let his guard down, but unknown to him, Delilah had already been approached. Powerful men from the land, rulers who feared Samson, came to her in secret. "Find the source of his strength," they told her, "and we will reward you beyond your dreams." Gold. Influence. Power. Delilah smiled and agreed. That night, she sat beside Samson, gently running her fingers through his hair. "Samson," she said softly, "tell me, if they tie me with fresh rope, what makes you so strong? I will become weak." Samson laughed. Delilah listened carefully. Later that night, while Samson slept, she tied him with ropes. Then she shouted, "Samson, your enemies are here." In an instant, Samson rose. Snap, the ropes broke like dry grass. Delilah acted hurt. "Why would you lie to me?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Don't you love me?" Samson hesitated. He didn't want to hurt her, so again, she asked. Again, he gave her another answer, and again. She tested it, over and over. Each time, Samson escaped. Each time, Delilah pressed harder. Day after day, her voice became heavier, her words sharper. "If you truly love me, why do you hide this from me? Am I not worthy of your trust? Or do you not love me at all?" Samson was strong, but he was tired of the questions, tired of the pressure, tired of proving his love. And so, one night, he gave in. "My strength," he said quietly, "comes from my hair. No razor has ever touched it. It is a covenant. If it is cut, I will become like any other man." Delilah's eyes flickered. This time, she knew it was true. That night, as Samson slept with his head resting on her lap, Delilah called for a man, silently, slowly, carefully. The blade touched his hair. One lock fell, then another, with every strand that dropped to the ground. Samson's strength faded, until there was nothing left. Delilah shook him awake. "Samson, your enemies are here." Samson jumped up, ready to fight as always, but this time, nothing happened. His strength was gone. Before he could react, the enemies rushed in. They seized him, bound him, mocked him. The strongest man was now helpless. They took everything from him, his freedom, his dignity, even his sight. And in chains, Samson was led away. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Samson, once a hero, now sat in darkness, alone, broken, betrayed. But in that silence, he began to remember, not the fame, not the victories, but the source of his strength. He bowed his head and whispered, "God, if you are still with me, hear me one last time." Slowly, something began to change. His hair began to grow again, not just on his head, but in his spirit. Strength was returning, not the prideful strength he once had, but a deeper, humbler power. One day, the rulers gathered for a great celebration. They mocked Samson openly. "Bring him out," they said. Let him entertain us. Blind and weak, at least in their eyes, Samson was led into the center of a great building. The crowd laughed. This is the man we feared. This is the great warrior. Samson stood quietly, then he spoke to the servant beside him. Place my hands on the pillars that hold this building. The servant obeyed. Samson touched the pillars, and for the first time in a long time, he felt it, strength, real strength. He lifted his face and prayed, Lord, remember me. Just this once. Give me strength. One last time. Then Samson pushed, the ground trembled, the pillars cracked, the laughter stopped, and with one final surge of strength, the building collapsed. In that moment, Samson defeated more enemies than he ever had before, but more importantly, he finished his story with purpose. This is the story of a man who had everything, lost everything, and found something greater, because strength without wisdom is dangerous, and love without discernment can destroy. Be careful who you trust. Not everyone close to you is for you. Some smiles hide betrayal, some love comes with a cost. So ask yourself, have you ever trusted the wrong person? Have you ever ignored the warning signs? Have you ever given your heart to someone who didn't deserve it? You are not alone, but learn from Samson. Guard your heart, choose wisely, and never forget where your true strength comes from. If this story touched you, if you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever had to rebuild your strength, then share your story. Have you been betrayed?